Say smile, Artie.
Smile for the camera, Artie. We're going live.
Hello, everybody. Over here hosting the wonderful Johnie from Tarot's Apprentice and the gorgeous Miss Jenn Lynn Tarot that we all love so much.
And Artemis.
And I'm trying to see if we're even live.
We are live. I see comments coming in.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I got a bunch of questions in the community tab. So I have them noted down, and that will give me material to work with for the week ahead. Because I don't think it was like 100 and something questions, so there's no way we're getting to all of that tonight. But I thought we would start off with Jenn, because Jenn had some wonderful questions.
All right, let's start with Judge Amy Berman Jackson, the judge who sentenced Stone. She ordered the Trump administration to turn over the Ukraine emails. There's supposedly like 20, all those perfect emails. From withholding military aid, it's the emails that got him impeached. The New York Times had sued under the Freedom of Information Act. She has ordered them to release the emails. So will we see them? All those perfect emails. Probably go to the Supreme Court like everything else, right?
I get someone high up is working to block them naturally with the Eight of Pentacles and the Strength. It ends in the Tower, which is usually a no card, but there is something sudden that happens around a lot of information with the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I don't get a yes. But I'm not comfortable saying no.
I'm getting we won't get them till we get a new president. So after the ending of Trump, that's on the bottom, after he's gone, they're fighting. So yeah, they'll probably take it on to the Supreme Court. The challenge is all the family and support around him. This is plan off the ground. It's a big change. But I see his administration walking away from this ruling. And then I think when we get a new president, and I say this is the new president because this is a transition, and bringing back a little love to our country, we're going to climb to higher ground with those emails. That's when we'll see it.
I'm getting the crossroads, the mice, and the birds. There's a choice that needs to be made, an alternative here, and that's making them quite nervous over something that took place at a meeting or a conversation. This could also be saying more hearings. It's not giving me a direct yes, no. I got two neutrals and a negative. So this could be in regards to corrupt conversations, that multiple corrupt conversations that were had, but it's ending here with the birds. So we might be hearing more, or there may be more hearings about this. So that's what I'm getting.
Okay. So, we're always picking up on the stuff here and there. I want to know, and we keep getting blindsided with stuff. What's the next big thing we're going to hear from this administration? What does Spirit want to give us a heads up about that's going to be happening over the next few weeks? What's the next big thing Spirit wants to warn us about, to watch for?
They're going to be stifled information. So there is possibly something that someone may want to blow the whistle on right now. I get the Seven of Wands, the Hangman, and the Four of Swords, which means that we could have a sleep prison guard type situation happening again, because here is stifled information with that Seven of Wands. Someone's defending themselves. So we may have another targeting of whistleblower type thing. I only pulled 3 cards, but that's what I get.
I'm getting there's a whistleblower thing too. That's interesting because I got the lovers, like a contract or who's in bed with who. I'm getting that here's Trump, and I know it's Trump because I have the fool right underneath him. It's Trump. It's something he's going to tell us, card of communication. So he's going to tweet about it or talk about it, whatever it is. He's going to kind of tell on himself. It's some plan they got off the ground that they had a circle of support on, so they thought, but there's a betrayal here, and that would be from a whistleblower who's feeling defensive about this. It does involve a foreign leader, and there's going to be major illumination. So a foreign leader that Trump cooperated with, and Trump's going to tell on himself. So watch for that.
Okay, I'm going to bring you guys down. Oh, is Ona here? Hi, Ona.
Hi, Miss
Okay.
Ona.
So I'm getting multiple investigations into an organization that has to do with quite possibly a report around health. This is public health. So something suspicious going on around public health that may require some sort of an investigation. There was a foreign contract that came to an end, and someone may be retiring from their career. Multiple trips here from overseas, a fraudulent contract or some sort of fraudulent agreement. This is an agreement that comes with strings attached. Public shutdown, a resignation letter here, and someone's reputation and career. This is a man here with the lilies. And I'm seeing a resignation letter of a career health professional here. So something, I'm not sure if this is in reference to Fauci, but there's something to do with public health and a fraudulent letter, a fraudulent notice, investigations that come out of that, and a letter of resignation. So, but I asked up for the next month. So
let's do a deeper dive. Let's ask how Fauci's doing before we go on to the other questions.
how he's doing or what's going to happen to him.
What's going to happen to him over the next month? Dr. Bright's been spilling a lot of beans.
Mm-hmm.
Got nothing to lose now.
Nope.
That's why you gotta look. Anyway, I ain't going there. That's a whole nother road. I ain't going there.
Just go there, Johnny. Just go there. I'm the pusher.
It's a long and winding road.
I'll edit it. This is why you have to watch who you tick off, because you just never know. Because when you do people like that, then there's no reason for them to hold their tongue anymore. Like,
Nope.
what for?
Yeah, because I was getting fraudulent contracts about stuff overseas. So, ooh, Lord have mercy.
What are you getting, Johnny?
So I start with the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. It's crossed by the Fool. So Donald Trump is pressuring him, is putting a lot of stress and strain upon him, especially message-wise, here with the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. He is actually being handed scripts or talking points, if you want to call it, things to say. The Trump administration here with the 4 of Wands and the King of Swords. All of his stress and worry right now has nothing to do with COVID. It has everything to do with this person. COVID-19 does not bother doctors the same way it would Trump, because they know it just doesn't, because they have a little more smarts, or a lot of more smarts than he does. But his help for the administration, is going to come in waves. And so he's going to have the script, he's going to come back on script, and then he's going to go off script, and then he's going to come back on script and then go off script. So this is going to be one of those things. He is going to be heavily burdened, but he's going to slowly try to move out and away from his role. And this may be not necessarily his decision. It could just be the government's decision, because here's the doctor here, here's the government here. He will eventually move on, but they will require him, wherever it is that he goes and speaks, to stay on message. That's where his burden is going to come from.
Yeah, I get, this is his legacy work, dealing with the crown bug. The challenge is all the treachery that he's having to work through, and he's working very hard at the root of this, trying to change things. But I have on the bottom, he's feeling very anxious. And the problem is there's a businessman who is interceding with America here, like somebody profiting off of this. And it has to do with the rebirth of the crown bug. So when it comes around again, like he's trying to get everybody ready for when it comes up again, get supplies ready, get this ready, get that ready. And he's getting, harsh judgment from the Trump administration on this. I do get they make him an offer that he doesn't want to accept, and they strong arm him. So he's trying to make plans, but he's getting bullied. He knows it's going to come back around, and they want him to quit talking about that, that it's going to come again.
I wanted to say a quick thank you for the super chats, you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing this down. There's an illness that's being studied at an institution, but it's been blocked here. It's been delayed. I don't know if this is the CDC or it's an institution, a corporation, or an enterprise that has been blocked and delayed. And they've been trying to find ways to open up avenues here. Okay, there's something that has ended. This could quite literally be a black box as well. Something that resurrects once it has an opportunity and it repeats again. This would be like a repetition of the illness here, because here's the death of it, here's a resurrection, and an opportunity for it to repeat. And then the market's opening up here. There's an opportunity for this illness to open up and move forward also, because we have the storks here. This could be something that changes and upgrades in secret. Let me see here, and trying to stop it from regenerating right here. Something about an opportunity for the election, an institution that's making loads of money here. So I don't know if this would be like your banks or the IRS. But this pattern of obstruction keeps repeating over and over and over and over again. There's going to be criticism coming from Fauci, and it has to do with an institution that's studying the virus, something that's being blocked there, and also secret corruption in the government that has been blocked right here. Looks like that comes out as well.
Is his criticism of the company a Trump message, or is this like legitimate criticism?
It's criticism. It's a criticism. It looks like they're trying to shut him up from criticizing. They're blocking him from criticizing the administration, because I'm seeing a bank involved here, an institution that gets lucky. So that could be the government, his administration. That could also be perhaps big pharma. I can't tell what type of institution it is. But there's people looking to get lucky. There's a lucky institution. It could also be in regards to a casino, quite literally.
Or likely someone who is got a vaccine or virus or pill or something.
Yeah, and there's money that's missing, money that gets missing, and it's like he has no choice, because the crossroads mirrors over to the coffin. No choice, also the end of a choice, the end of a decision. But it's like he's being stonewalled somehow.
Yeah.
So
speaking of Stonewall, Dr. Bright has just been dumping all kinds of stuff on Trump's administration this week. He's got his unfairly ousted from the healthcare department case. So how's that going to go for him? What's going to happen to Dr. Bright?
for what was that, Jen?
Dr. Bright has a case out for being unfairly ousted from the health department. So what's going to happen with his case? Will he get his job back, or? He just whistle blew all over Trump like he was a nasty Kleenex.
And that's not being petty boots.
That's the truth.
That's the truth.
I don't see Pinnacle, so I'm not going to say job, but whatever it is, he does win. I get the Ace of Swords in the Page of Wands. So here's clarity, truth, and then messaging. So there's he didn't lie. That's for darn sure, and he has nothing else to lose. So he is definitely going forward with that. But the people around him now have the greater strength. They have the advantage. And it does end in the Doctor and the Sun. So he does win. Whatever it is that he has against this administration, he does win.
Yeah, I get that too. What do I have on the bottom? Yeah, he's charging in, hearing that sort of truth. He's sitting here as judgment, telling everything, passing judgment on the administration. The challenge is they'd like for him to retire, and just go away quietly. But he's got strength on his side, even though he's anxious. He's got strength on his side, victory crowning him. And I see in the future he's going back to work. Good news, surprise, he is carrying the sword of truth. So he is welcomed back into the family, being the health department.
I'm getting that he will ultimately be successful, but they're going to smear this man big time. He's going to have a difficult journey moving ahead because of his hopes for what he did for health here, and that gets exposed and illuminated because he was quite successful. There was a contract or a partnership to shade over. It was like a bad partnership because they were looking for an opportunity to shade over stuff, and that was quite dangerous and deceived. Okay, but he wins. The trial here is going to be difficult, and there might be some smearing here. He gets lucky here, and whatever they covered up in the shadows gets discovered. Also, there might be stuff online going on with him, because this is misinformation being spread on the media and online to cover up stuff that's dangerous. But it looks like he's successful. But yeah, watch for the poo to sling all over the place against them.
Well, speaking of misinformation, just what exactly in Trump's mind is Obamagate? Because he can't answer a question on it. Just what in his mind is Obamagate?
We've been segueing pretty good since we started.
I'm trying to learn from Johnie how to segue. He's the king of segues.
I got the wrong oracle cards, but I'm going to use these anyway and see what it says.
What in Trump's mind is Obamagate?
Because he can't answer the reporters when they ask him, but they keep talking about it on Fox News. Lies and betrayal.
The first card I get is the Leper King, the Sword of Law. So this would be someone, he's not a lawyer, naturally. This is someone who comes from, he appreciates titles. And so if someone says, I'm King Lawyer such and such, and here is a story we can tell in the media. So here is Abraham, Justice of Pandemonium. So this is justice, truth, and duty. So this would be now the story that they're coming out with, right? And then the last card I get is Morgan Le Fay, the Witches of Ages, but this is the card of deceit. So in his mind, it is an actual case. It is an actual thing. but no one has ever explained to him exactly what it is.
He thinks that there's a case.
Yes.
But it's based on lies and betrayal, because here's Obama, the fair and honest and open man, the good communicator. The challenge is, he makes Trump anxious here. There's a sense of nostalgia. Everybody's always talking about, God, why can't we have Obama back, right? So he worked together with people to create this lie, so he messaged this lie. That's all it is. And he hopes it leads to a court case. It's a way of him hanging on. So he knows as a strategy, it's just another way of him trying to hang on to his base. But guess what? They're leaving you anyway. They're leaving you in America. So it's not going to work.
So for all the viewers out there, I'm working with a fresh deck. That's why I'm not shuffling, and they're quite gossipy. So let me bring you down. There's an important woman who is in career that delivers news and information, and she's the one that told him to do it. This is his press secretary. She's an advisor. She works with the media. She's into marketing. It was her idea. You have here something quite dangerous that causes confusion for an investigation into someone that is trusted, an advisor for the elections, to secure the elections. It's all gaslighting. This woman is gaslighting. The investigations into this person here, someone that is trusted, and also quite possibly their best friend that was a protector to secure the elections. Important fraud that is probably going to go on for a while, because the Fox Knight's over here to the anchor. So let me see here. A danger to this person's reputation for the elections. It's this woman. She's the one that planted the seed. So quite possibly his press secretary or another woman there. But this woman is, she's a gaslighter, and her career is to deliver news. So.
Well, it's funny because he tweeted to Lindsey Graham, get on it, Lindsey, like have him come in and into the Senate, and testify. And Lindsey was caught by the news reporter saying, I'm not sure we should ask a former president in to testify,
Yeah.
So why does Lindsey want to bring Obama in?
Well, Lindsey also told him, be careful what you wish for. And he said it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, go ahead and open up that can of worms, honey. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
If you don't think Biden would do it to you, so you might want to say, okay, never mind.
Yep.
I didn't really mean that.
So the question is, why did Mint and Julep back off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why does Lindsey not want Obama to come in and testify? Is he breaking camp with Trump, or is it because he knows that's going to be a whole rigmarole next year?
It would be a very bad thing. With the temperance card here, this is tempered reactions and actions. So after that is judgment. You get those two together, they're basically telling you think before you act. Have tempered in your judgment. Knight of Swords. This is out of control. This is chaotic energy. This is haste, makes waste. 6 of Pentacles. Beware of what you share. Beware of what you ask others to share. The 5 of Cups, it would end in disaster and regret. This is something, he has foresight in this situation. He knows this is something you would regret. And he knows this is something Trump would regret. And therefore, just like all of the rest of them, they have to be his handlers. He doesn't know any better, so the adults in the room have to be adults in the room.
Yeah. So, a lot of it has to do with Flynn and why they were investigating Flynn and all that. I get that. But I've got the Tower card on the bottom. Like he knows it would just disrupt and tear everything apart. So it's Lindsey being practical. He realizes he's being manipulated, but he's looking at Obama as a legacy man, the best president we've ever had, possibly here in the U.S. I would say so. Don't mess with my Obama. And he knows he would share some information that would get emotions just flowing over, and information about the White House about Russia, about Putin and hidden agendas. So yeah, he would come and spill some beans, probably in some of that redacted Mueller report, even though they didn't talk to Obama. I'm sure it's all stuff the FBI had.
He's telling him not to do it because it's going to bring him in another article of impeachment. So the trial here is going to stick around for a long term. Okay, he's going to be stuck in a trial. His career and reputation is going to be documented here in a record to cut him off for lying and a record to cut him off for abuse here. Abusing institutions, abusing government. It's going to cause a long-term obstacle, and this woman's going to argue in the courts. This woman's going to argue in the government. This woman's going to put him on trial, and this woman is vindictive. There's records in the government or in the institution here, and then here is an abusing the institution, and that abuse brings a cut. There's your impeachment right there with these two. So yeah, he's saying don't do it because you're going to get impeached again. So
let's ask, are they going to do it? Are they going to start an investigation into Obamagate? Because I want to see another impeachment. I got nothing better to do in quarantine, right? 3,000 hours of testimony with Obama.
Like, spill the tea, everybody.
And can you imagine if Biden gets in and they open an investigation, and then Biden in his Petty Boots factory comes out and says, "Hey, I want Trump, just like y'all got Obama, to come in and testify." Trump does not know how to stay on page. He's going to take down everybody inadvertently because he doesn't know how to just answer a question and stop. So Lindsay might be like, "Hey, you know some stuff about me, and I don't need you sitting in front of nobody saying nothing."
Not only that, John, he would purge himself within the first minute of opening his mouth, like 30 times.
That's why they kept calling that a perjury trap to talk to Robert Mueller. No, it's not a perjury trap. Just tell the truth, but you can't do that.
These people. So we're asking if there will be an investigation into Obama?
Yeah, into Obamagate.
Will there be an investigation into Obamagate? A formal investigation. I'll just leave it at investigation because we know how Barr rolled.
No. What this was meant to do was to feed the base something to chew on other than the bug.
Lock him up.
Yeah, look at the Four of Pentacles here. This is like in-house, in-group thing. This is strength. This was meant to feed them. Here with the World and the Magician, this is manipulation of message over the Earth King here. Death and Five of Wands. There will be a change to this bickering and fighting. This actually might be on its last legs. We may be done with this in, well, a couple months. Is not really that short, but I mean, we're already in June almost. So Five of Swords is how it ends. It'll just start another story. So, I mean, Obamagate will transform into, Obamagate 2.0. And because they're already kind of doing that where Michelle Obama and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are in cahoots. And then Obama is in cahoots with Hillary and MBS. And so it's one of them type of things to where it's just going to snowball. But no.
I'm getting the same thing. Like they're going to have to rest on, but like you're saying, a couple of months. I'm getting like six to 8 weeks because here was Obamagate. Look, something else. Squirrel. The challenge is to transition away from it. But I do like it's all because Trump feels like he's out in the cold. I do feel like there's an abundance of new things that the Republicans are going to stir up and Trump to try to.
Oh, Jenny, you froze.
Whoops. I do get there's a lot more that the Republican.
Oh, froze again.
Are going to propagate before the election. They're just waiting for the right time to bring out more stuff. But Pizzagate, end of the cycle. It's too much of a burden.
Yeah.
Not Pizzagate, Obamagate.
They can keep it up forever.
So I got the mountain, the ring, and the birds. So there's going to be an obstacle and a delay. However, this obstacle is not something that's insurmountable. Okay. As far as time, this could be like 21 days or closer to the winter. This is the winter again. As of right now, it is blocked. And this is his solution here to get people talking, gossiping, talk. It might also be somebody that comes out and quite literally sings. Okay. But they may try to do something closer to the winter, the closer we get perhaps to election, because this is winter here. So, and it's not ending in the mountain here. So it's saying it's blocked, but he's going to continue to speak about it, continue to talk and gossip. Okay.
Eric was on Fox News talking about it while Obama was giving his speech. So Obama's speech to the graduates, what does that mean? Or what does
What does Trump think about it?
What does Trump think about it?
What does Trump think about Obama's speech to the graduates?
His big speech he did Saturday night, televised on every major station.
Instead of him.
With celebrities, singing in between and stuff. And, Trump always wants to hang out with the celebrities. And there's Obama hanging out with all the celebrities.
I wish Obama would do that more often. So maybe Trump would get an aneurysm and his head would explode. Please, just keep doing it.
It's like it gets under his...
Oh, no, Jenny, you froze.
Go on the news, everything you can. What does Trump think about the...
First card I get is the devil. Oh, mercy. This child. I get the devil and the Knight of Pentacles. So jealousy reigns. It reigns supreme. There is this need to... Oh, Lord. He didn't like it. I'll just say that because I won't go into all that, but he didn't like it. I got the devil and the Six of Swords. He wished that was him. I'll leave it at that.
It's funny. I get he wants to manipulate something out of this. What did I have on the bottom? Oh yeah, the White House. He wants to manipulate something about this to bring up something from the past. He wants someone to do his bidding, and I'm going to say Bill Barr because he wants his Roy Cohn to do something about Obama because he sees Obama sharing, with people, and it makes him anxious. And it's, he sees Obama also trying to smooth the transition right now. With our government, knowing that our government's not doing enough and that people are admiring him. So he wants to bring an end to Obama's celebrity. So he wants his Roy Cohn to put him on the enemies list and find something, anything that I can get him on. That's what he wants.
I am getting, central to the reading, we have the snake here. He was just dying of envy here. The child was significantly envious and pissed off at the institution. This could be like your university. He might be pissed off and looking to retaliate, attack, criticize the institution itself here. There was an abundance of children here that study. He wants to find, it's like he's so pissed off that it's like he's almost wanting to shut it down. For this public organization here, and then him, because he's the one that's in government. This is something significant that is public, the neighborhood, your community. I don't know if this was like a public college or a private college, study groups here. But he's looking to retaliate, and he's looking to perhaps criticize that institution and shut something down here because he was just, the envy was killing him.
It was for anybody graduating this year, that didn't get to have a graduation ceremony. That's why they televised it.
Yep.
So he wants to shut down all the colleges except for Trump University. He'll try to bring that back.
That's good and bad.
Get yourself a real good education, Trump University. So I was watching a video of somebody. Will Trump try to pardon himself and his co-conspirators, meaning his family, through a prospective pardon? That's what Gerald Ford gave to Nixon. A prospective pardon protects you from future indictments for any of your crimes, because they never indicted Nixon. So will he try to do a prospective pardon for every federal offense he had or may have had for him and his family? As his departing gift? And be the first president to pardon himself.
I don't know. Somebody tells him about it. This is not something he knows, because he definitely never read any rules, regulations, or constitution.
But Barr would know about it, the king of pardons.
If somebody told him about it, there's that 7 of Pentacles, like things that he can have saved up for a later time. And then the 9 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles to the 9. The 7 is like you're reaping your harvest. The 9 is your security. Sort of like now you can live the good life off of that harvest. But it's still, there's still some judges in opposition here with the Nancy Pelosi and all that kind of card. I'm going to say no. That is something he would want to do, because like I said, I get the 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles, but I don't get success with it, though.
I think he's sleeping on it, though. I think he's thinking about it.
Mhm.
You know, little Trump. That'd be a fool junior. Yeah, he's got a sense of nostalgia for him and his family. And it's a sense of nostalgia for, hey, Ford did this for Nixon. So he has been collaborating with somebody on this in secret. They've been talking about it, but there's something about it that he's not liking. There's something, the way he would have to do it, like he wouldn't be able to ever run again, or it might taint his kids if they want to run for president someday, that kind of thing. There's something about it he doesn't like. So I get the Tower moment, the good news, everything changes, and the abundance of everything he did starts coming out through the judicial system. So I don't get that he'll do it.
I am getting that he's wanting to. I got the ring, the man, and the child. So there might be whatever agreements were made with him and his children, an agreement for the man-child, right there, literally. But he may want to. This is a positive, but it's ending in 2 neutrals. So perhaps he can find a way to do it. He may try. So also may have something to do with the contract that he has and that his children got too.
Now, wouldn't you need to charge and convict him while he's president for him to do such a thing?
Yep.
No,
because he's not going to have a presidential power.
Nixon was never indicted.
But didn't he resign?
He resigned before he was indicted, and they never indicted him. But when Ford pardoned him, he did this prospective pardon for any federal offenses he may have or actually did do. So it protects you from all things you may have done or actually did do.
But it's funny because I was watching Glenn Kirshner. It's one of his older videos, and he made the case of why he can't pardon himself.
It's never been tried.
It's never been tried, but he made a pretty good case about why he can't do it. But I mean, you know, you got lawless Barr running around, you know, so of course I don't know. He may try.
Speaking of Barr, will Barr testify to the House? You know, it got postponed because of the crown bug. Will he testify to the House? Or is he just going to keep postponing? He's such a busy man corrupting our judicial system.
I get yes. Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. It takes some time. This is probably after the summer or during the later summer months, or late in the summer. And then the 7 of Wands, defending himself. So, yeah, I think so. Which is interesting because they barred Fauci from doing it.
I get a yes too. I get, this is legacy work, so they want him in to testify for all the things that he's been victorious in changing, all the betrayals. And here's our friend, the devil, all the obstacles that he's put in place. He's going to be anxious about it, but I get my yes card.
I'm getting the child, the scythe, the fish. There's a new choice, a new decision that's made swiftly. Yes. It could also be saying that there is a child that gets cut off, but he goes. And this could also be saying that he may be showing up drunk because this is drinking. So I don't know.
Well, that devil just took on a whole new aspect.
He may show up drunk.
You'd have to be to do that job.
Oh, God.
So speaking of Bill Barr, what does Mitch McConnell think of Bill Barr? Does he stick his head back in his turtle shell and ignore what he's doing, or does he think he's great? What does Moscow Mitch think of Bill Barr?
He thinks he's necessary. He may not appreciate him as a person, which is interesting because a horrible person doesn't like another horrible person. How horrible can you be? But I get 10 of swords and the Hierophant. Like maybe he's not good for the government type thing. 5 of swords and the queen. I mean, the 5 of pentacles and the queen of swords. So maybe not even the best of attorneys. But with the legacy and the Knight of Wands, he's good for the administration. He's good for what his role is. So he may not be doing things ethically. In the small part of Mitch McConnell that can see ethical things, but he knows he's necessary, so he ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, I get on the bottom, he's out in the cold from him a little bit, like he's not a part of his inner circle. But he sees him, being supportive. He does surprising things. He thinks he throws Nancy off balance. And that would be Barr. But he tempers himself from saying anything about him. He sees that there's a lot of things that he has ended that he covers up. And he's afraid that that's going to change. So he kind of likes, he's hanging on to any judgments on him because he likes the fact that he covers up a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
He sees him as an important person because of his success with killing and ending trials from coming out. Here's the messenger in the news. It gets cut off here. He also recognizes that this guy has, there's a pattern to him and a way that he argues to keep things secret and kill them and bury them. And if it weren't for him, their success would be cut off. Also, this right here is that super secret black box that's holding all of the technology that's highly classified. He's so grateful that that did not come out. Right here, there's the classified black box that holds technology that's very important, that has all of the arguing and stuff that proves guilt. Right here, this is evidence of guilt. So there's that. But he recognizes that he's somebody important because he kills stuff and buries it. Trials, everything. And keeps the news from coming out. So
speaking of what people think, what do Republican people in Congress think of Stephen Miller?
Oh, God, we're going to go there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
as the vampire hanging upside down in the closet, what do they think of Stephen Miller?
Like King of the Hill, that boy ain't right. I don't know what's wrong, but I know he ain't right.
Thank you, Laura. What do they think of Stephen Miller?
I think when they have conversations with him, here with the Knight of Swords, there's an erratic pattern to his speech when he's not medicated. He has some sort of downer. He has some sort of something that lowers his response time. And when that's not there, it is because it has something to do with his life and his health. So whatever this erratic thing is, it's sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So he is one of them people you don't really know what you're going to get with the Hangman card. 7 of Cups, they don't understand him. 5 of Pentacles, they think something is wrong, like something is physically wrong. But 10 of Cups, he is their brand of crazy. So they'll support him as long as Trump does, but they all see what we see.
It's funny. They see him as immature, but he's been victorious in getting across some of his agenda. So when they have to work with him, they kind of retreat from him. It's like, here's Stephen Miller hanging in his closet, right? They kind of retreat from him. But they, I think they think he's going to leave. So he's going to be leaving soon. There's a partnership that's been going on a long time, but look at all these cards with 2s on them. Thank you, Zenless.
Zenless. Hazard pay.
2 ones, the 2 lovers, the 2 nostalgic kids. Something's going to happen with Stephen Miller in like 2 weeks or 2 months.
Good riddance. Oh, yeah, that was Aura Smudge Spray, because I had to read on the vampire.
From Mona?
Yeah, it's Aura Smudge Spray, this stuff. So anyways, let me bring you down. I'm getting that they know that he has friends on an online community here with the Stars in the Garden that spreads misinformation and lies. They know that he is a liar, and that needs to come to an end. But there's the administration. Here is a foreign group, a foreign community where this man deals with conspiracies, a nervous group, people that are nervous, people that are conspiratorial, and it needs to be cut off. He is a danger this way. He is a nervous danger. This could also be in reference to him being ill. This is something that infects the body and being stuck in bed here. There is something that is being stolen online, or also something that's metastasizing online, not just with false information, but like a community of these really bad people that hang out in the shadows in the dark. There is a community that gets shut down and cutting the head off the snake. What are you guys laughing about?
Like, who else is he going to hang out
in the shadows in the dark and just keep going like you didn't just say that?
Like, who else is he going to hang?
Oh, no, Jenny froze.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wasn't it discovered that he was on the emails? Or was it emails? Or was it where he was writing? Oh, the emails that he was sending to Breitbart. All that conspiratorial stuff that was leaked. Yeah, I don't like that. They don't, I mean, they play along with it, but it's like they find it distasteful because of his online community. But
all his little dark playmates in the shadows.
And the dungeon.
Vampires.
In the dungeon.
Zombies or whatever.
Ugh.
So, one of our viewers asked, will Trump declare martial law before the election to try to stop the election? Whether it's because of the crown bug or whatever, will he try to declare martial law. Thank you, Debbie Ann. Thank you. Who else?
That's to get rid of Miller Fund.
Yeah.
We got hazard pay earlier. Thanks.
And so also thank you.
Thank you.
No, with the 3 of Swords.
He's thought about it, but Trump the fool. He's thought about it. He's sleeping on it.
I'm getting that he might try to elevate something when he starts when something comes out about his money. Here is the fish, which is his money, his business, the economy, entrepreneurship, lies, deceit, betrayal, jealousy here. So the money is false. And then here's something that changes. So he might go crazy once we get closer to his money stuff from coming out, because he tries to change that here. So not so much the elections, but more to do with his money.
I agree, because as you said that, I pulled, like getting too much attention on his money. Thank you, Mindset, Lorene.
Thank you.
Getting too much attention on his money.
Yeah, I'm going to spray you guys too.
It's like reading with Ona. Every time I pull the devil card, she sprays me. Okay, so speaking of Ona, because she lives here in Illinois with me, on our local news last night, they were talking to Senator Tammy Duckworth about being potentially Biden's running mate. And I love her. Every time I look at her, I see president. I just feel that energy on her. I'm like, okay, she didn't run this time. I just feel like she's going to run sometime down the future, but I see her as very presidential. She's a former veteran. She's a paraplegic. She's all over disability rights and veterans' rights and healthcare and you name it. I adore her. So what's her chances of being a VP for Biden? Because Trump went after that one guy that was disabled, the news reporter, when he did his mocking thing purely for entertainment purposes, only YouTube. I'd like to see him go after Tammy Duckworth, a veteran, and see what the veterans do to him. What do her chances look like, Johnny?
I got 8 of Pentacles, so there's your work. It starts off good. It ends off bad.
Oh.
The 9 of Swords is the card I get in the end. This is not a no. It's just a, I've said this and I'll stick to this. I don't think that his choice is what he's going with. I think they picked his VP for him. And I don't think she was one they considered. However, she would be good for it with the 10 of Cups. Not only would she be good for it, she would be excellent for it, because if nothing else, she is female and she could get veteran vote and even sympathy vote, because she's strong and she keeps going and she doesn't let her disability say what she can and can't do, blah, blah, blah. So I don't see that she's in consideration. I think they've already picked one. She just hasn't emerged yet.
I think they picked one too, because I've got victory card in the past. They've already got someone cooperating. I think, there's a strategy with Tammy though, and the sort of truth on her. So in power, he is collaborating with her on some position, talking to her about something. I just don't feel it's VP yet. But it would use her communication skills. Because I've got 2 cards of communication. So being speaker for something, heading up one of the committees or something. She's very secure in something with him, but I can't get exactly. Maybe something in the Defense Department.
What's her name?
Tammy Duckworth, something in Defense Department as a ex-military person, something in defense.
Is she in the House or is she a senator?
She's a senator.
Okay, because I get that she stays put at home. There's a problem here. Something perhaps to do with a smear campaign, quite possibly. And then here's a person in a position of authority, and the White House, the family, the residents here, property. So it looks like she stays put this way. But there's financial trouble here. Either financial trouble or this would be her like going out or going after someone in a position of authority here. So this could be like the bully Trump. But it's like she stays where she's at. She stays home.
She has been going after him pretty vocally, and definitely wants to see his finances and stuff. But she doesn't mince words about Trump. So that would drive him nuts.
I asked, would she be working with the administration? I get the Queen of Swords is the first one. I get it has something to do with military because she's not an air sign, so I'm going for military.
Mm-hmm.
The Seven of Wands and the Four of Wands here with the administration, something in defense or something defending with veterans or VA or something like that.
Veterans Association or something.
And I get Seven of Swords, so she is going to be possibly here with the Magician as well, a person who comes up with strategy. So fixing something broken or fixing something that doesn't quite work the way it needs to. Then the Two of Swords, there's going to be a lot of work going into that. So yeah, I think she is definitely going to be working with the administration, I believe.
Yeah, because she spent a lot of time across the border with Mexican U.S. soldiers, that fought for us overseas, and then they were kicked out of our country when they started all those ICE campaigns, kicking people out. And she went down there and was working with them how to get them their veterans' rights and stuff, and how to get medical help if they needed it, that kind of thing. So I could see her doing something with the soldiers. Judge Emmett Sullivan, he's the judge with Flynn. He just hired John Gleason to be. Did we read on this already?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He hired John Gleason. He's a former federal judge to argue against Flynn, to be the people's lawyer, so to speak. He said that it reeks of John Gleason said that Barr's doing this with the Flynn case reeks of improper political influences. No joke. So this guy's already anti-Barr. That's going to be the people's lawyer now in the Flynn case. So are they? He asked him to look into either contempt charges or perjury charges for lying to the court against Flynn. So is John Gleason going to come up with some additional charges for Flynn? Contempt and perjury?
I think so. He wouldn't call the big guns.
Thank you, Sunflower. If we didn't say thank you to Sunflower.
Oh, thank you, Sunflower. I'm going to word mine differently. I'm going to word mine as, how is John Gleason going to affect Flynn and Roger Stone? Flynn and William Barr. I'm going to ask it mine that way, okay?
Okay. Flynn should have taken a few years, and
He should have
he's going to be in more trouble.
taken that little dose of medicine and went on about his business. You already disgraced yourself. You might as well go down as a person who cooperated, but no. That made too much sense. It ends here with the Queen of Swords and the Moon. There will be possibly something else investigated, which means it could lead to another charge, because I'm pretty sure they'll find something unless it's, dead and buried. But it starts with the government and the Three of Pentacles. So they're working together with someone. There is a team of people on this. The Nine of Cups and the Six of Swords, there will be a movement. This is a transition, and they do have material. He's not just coming in here just to be a voice for the people. He has actual information that he will be able to get. Like I said, it ends in the Queen of Swords, and I think he does have something and will bring something. We just don't know what it is yet. But yeah.
Flynn's going to get an offer he doesn't like. He should have gone to jail. He should have gone to jail before the devil William Barr came in and created obstacles and said, oh, we should just walk away from this, the entire Justice Department. He's got to do something swift. He sees that there's been a security issue here. He is working with others on it. And I get that Queen of Swords too, but doing something legal to put an end to this. So yeah, I think there's going to be some additional charges. He's going to burden him. He's going to burden him with something. What you getting, Becca?
He's going to regret this every day for the rest of his life. Like, I'm getting news here of a corruption that gets exposed as part of a conspiracy. There is the agreement to conspire, agreement to steal that gets exposed. This is going to be an important trial, also an important regret because of a burden. There's something that gets delivered that is classified. That gets upgraded and changed because of the trial. And then there's something here that is reported or a document here. And then there's quite possibly more violations here, news of a violation. So it's like they may upgrade punishment here, upgrade punishment on the record for more violations. There's more exposure here, something around criminal conspiracy and perhaps something else that was kept classified that was not fully disclosed, because that gets revealed too.
So if they were smart, they would drag this out till January, till we have a new attorney general and new president, so nobody can pardon Flynn. So let's ask that: Are they gonna do additional charges on purpose to drag this out so that Flynn can't get pardoned?
Here you get Barr thinking he's the smartest man in the room.
Yeah, I think he just got outsmarted by Judge Emmett Sullivan.
Didn't think somebody was gonna one-up him. Let me see. So the question was what, Jenny? Are they going to bring additional charges to drag it out?
To drag it out until we have a new president. I got the White House on the bottom.
Yeah, and it ends in the King of Cups. That would be if he gets reelected, or not reelected. If he gets elected, then yes, there's your Joe Biden right there. Eight of Cups, walking away or walking slowly to a new horizon. The Five of Cups, turning your back on what you have. So there is a case that they have right now. Here is the arguing, bickering, fighting, but it has the Four of Cups next to it. The Four of Cups has no quick energy to it whatsoever. The person is stationary with their hands folded usually, and it's like more offers coming in. Day-to-day stuff is mundane, it's boring, it's this, it's that, it's a lot of, paperwork and paper this. And then it ends in the King of Cups. So I think it's personal as well, because Michael Flynn sort of spit in the face of the court, especially with his talk show lawyer and the whole bit. And so, yeah, I think they are dragging this on and dragging this out.
Yeah, this is a new inspiration. It's a completely new inspiration. They're going to slow walk the battle here, and they're just quite content about that. So yeah, they're going to stall and wait until there's an ending of who's in the White House, and there's going to be a lot of attention put on this in the 2020. Yeah, he's got some plans to drag this out.
I'm getting the woman, so I don't know who this is. I don't know if Flynn is going to have a new female lawyer at some point, but there's a woman here. And then the anchor and the clover. The anchor makes you get stuck. Okay, so this is going to be stuck for an opportunity here. He's going to get stuck.
Thank you, April Showers.
Thank you, April.
in May. So Bloomberg, is he going to go after Moscow Mitch? He's going to start running some ads in Kentucky against Mitch McConnell? Because I think he's got to go as much as Trump. Is he going to help the Dems get Mitch out?
I think he's focused on the fool because that's what keeps popping up here. I get 8 of Wands, so there's your ads, your talking. He may do a support for a rally or something of that nature, but the talking for what's the name, McSally or whoever it is in Kentucky is blocked here. He's focusing on the burden, which is the fool. So I think he is more going after the national election. I wish he would go after him.
Yeah, I get the burden on the government, which would be Trump. But I do get he'll give her Amy, isn't that her name? He'll give her a little bit to combat the devil. Yeah, this is William Barr and Mitch McConnell now. So he'll give enough to make him anxious, to make Mitch anxious. Little surprise on the Republican Party.
I'm getting that he's going to put significant burden and pressure to secure a veteran. Here with the clover. With the anchor here, this could be a veteran that was in the Army, not Army, like the Marine Corps or something, but this person's a veteran status. So he's going to put him under trial, pressure him, make it difficult, burdensome in favor of a veteran. So.
Okay, that's my questions.
Okay, so like I said, we got a lot of questions. We're probably not going to be able to get to all of them. So let's see here. Richard Burr had to turn in, well, the FBI took his phone. And there was a lot of talk about, is he going to be the only one that gets punished? But I believe Feinstein had an interview with the FBI, and I believe so did Loeffler. So can we please look at to see if Richard Burr is he going to be the only one that gets in trouble? Even though it does appear that other people are turning in evidence and stuff.
Well, he's the only one that was the head of the Intel committee that just said, yes, Russia meddled in our election, blah, 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 blah. So Trump, of course, put Burr quickly on his enemies list.
Yeah, I understand that, and which makes total sense. But also, thinking about it logically, he's the only one that had a mountain of evidence against him. Like, he went to that... what was it, that party with conservatives, and he's telling them everything. He's not telling the public, and then he's lying to the public, and then he's dumping stocks. So it seems like there's more evidence against him,
Yeah.
But let's see what the cards say.
Okay. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you, Grace.
Ooh, cards are flopping out. Wonder if he's a descendant of Burr that shot Alexander Hamilton. Oh, is Johnny's microphone muted?
Yes, it is.
I feel like we go on because it was kind of fun watching you.
Here is strength around the 2 of Pentacles, which is the imbalance of money. And then there is future in investments here with the 7 of Pentacles. And then support and new people. So no, he is not the only one that will get in trouble. There will be more because there's a lot of evidence here with the strength card around financial impropriety. So you just need to dig them up. That's pretty much all it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting there's a cover up of others too on the bottom here. So yeah, there's others that have done stock manipulation and hidden agendas, done it in secret. He's just the one that got caught the worst. So he's the one that there's a new action against. But I'm getting there are others chained to the devil here. I'm going to say 4 others that maybe later this year, not just this example, but some other examples of stock manipulation. 4 more probably that might come up on some charges here. That manipulating contracts and stocks. Being put in defense mode. There's somebody in the White House that did it. So somebody in the White House is going to get caught doing it too.
I'm getting the bear, the stars, the fish, someone in a position of authority. Also, this is power, force, strength, finance, an opportunity in the markets here. There's going to be an abundance of other people that got exposed for huge windfalls of money. This could be about 7 more, quite possibly 6 to 7. I'm getting 6 to 7 simply because the bear is 15. That's 6. 16, 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. So possibly another 7 as well. Or 7 and 7, 14. But there's going to be an abundance of them. So that took a chance, took an opportunity to be successful, manipulating and doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing.
Did you say there's someone higher up also?
Yeah, the bear is someone in a position of authority. So that could be Barr, that could be Trump, but it's also big finance. So, yeah.
Mnuchin.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to make money illegally.
Oh, yes, he does.
Purely for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, Jenny, but we know it's true. So another question that we got was the judges that were appointed by the Turtle and 45, will they keep their lifetime judgeships?
All the unqualified judges?
Mm-hmm.
I think Adam Schiff's going to be very busy impeaching them one by one by one.
We're going to be very busy reading next year with the new administrator. Like, who's getting busted next?
They should just do a mass impeachment because he's picked up a few in the past that were not qualified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny because the House has no say on who they vote in, but they do have the power to impeach them out.
All you got to do is open up an investigation and find out that they perjured themselves, and bye-bye. We're talking to you, Mr. I Like Beer.
It ends in a yes for me, unfortunately. I get 2 of cups. There's your unity. The hermit, that would be your judges. The empress, that's life. The hangman, that's stuck. And the ace of wands, that's confirmation. So it ends in a yes for me.
That they will remove them, or yes
they will stay there.
Oh, because I asked it, will they remove them? And I got a yes, like some of them. I'm not getting all of them. There'll be an ending to some. It's going to be hard work, and it'll take a lot of investigation. Thank you, JR.
Thank you, JR.
Yeah, a lot of work digging in to see, like who's in bed with who, and get the agreements from other people in the house. Some will stay. They'll be a little battle weary, but some are secure. Some will stay. I think they'll target a few of the bad ones.
I'm getting anywhere from 27 to 34 that might need to retire. I got the Lilies, which is your retirement, your senior, somebody that stays there a very long time. I usually see this as elders and judges because of the wisdom that they have. Here's the house writing a report. These two here with the lilies and the letter, that's your resignation letter. So once perhaps the house starts subpoenaing people, you may start seeing people retire.
So they could say, okay, you need to resign or we're going to impeach your ass. And at that point, they may want to save their career somewhat and just resign.
Yeah.
So they don't lose their law license and everything else.
Oh, yes. Okay, so the next question. Weekend at Camp David. So Mango took Kevin McCarthy, Mark Meadows, Elsie Stephanie, Matt Gates, Devin Nunes, and Jim Jordan to a weekend at Camp David. What were they up to?
I don't know, but I just barfed.
Like taking Mike Myers and Freddy Krueger and Jason.
And Chucky. Don't forget Chucky.
Where was Stephen Miller?
Massacre.
Stephen Miller and all his dark friends in the shadows.
No, you took the holy grail of horrible people.
What a play date.
Oh, God.
Hoping nothing happened to you in the showers with Jim Jordan there. I'm just saying.
Don't drop the soap.
He ain't gonna help you. What were they doing?
What were they up to?
Doing lions, probably.
This is one of those questions where I don't even want to see what the cards bring up.
I do.
I mean, the first card is a pregnant woman, and that's probably not a good thing.
Oh.
And it's not even the Empress card. That's what makes it worse.
Which one of you knocked up my daughter?
Lord. I'm sure that means something. So let's see. So they went to a cabin in the mountains?
I don't know, but they went to Camp David.
Camp David, which is in the mountains.
I got 9 of Cups and 5 of Cups. There is something... it looks like one thing, but it is actually another. So this is like, hey, we're here and we're giving some sort of message, but there is a behind the doors conversation with the 5 of Cups. The Page of Swords, the inside man, and then Joe Biden is at the crown of this. It has something to do with campaign. It has something to do with campaign finance. It has something to do with, because here with the Lovers, 4 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. Something to do with campaign, something to do with campaign finance, something to do with attack ads, something to do with rallies, something to do with anything that you can pull off to help Trump win. Because here was about Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Cups. This is my support card. So they were having a strategy meeting, but this is a little more devious than just strategy meeting because there are certain people they know in certain places that they shouldn't know. And they're basically trying to figure out how to steal this one. That's what I get.
Yeah. There's all the emissaries for the king. Oops, Artie, don't slide my cards around because they're good ones.
Hi, Artie.
There was a little partying going on, but this was the circle of support surrounding the celebrity apprentice. All the immature ones. It's funny, but working on hidden agendas, yes, is something in secret. And I feel like also something in secret legally. Like they're, I feel like they're like trying to work out their strategies, like what Bill Barr can block next on, investigations on them and stuff. They were working out all the details, and guess who else was invited to the party? He made an appearance, and they worked with him too. Yeah, there might have been a little bit of youthful imbibing here, also and a little bit of addiction issues going on in Camp David.
Somebody had a little something in the bathroom.
Okay, so I'm getting that they're trying to block change and progress here. Delay, change in progress, because there's a woman that's going to expose something. We're keeping secrets here around health and something that's deeply rooted, changing something here with health, or changing something's roots and keeping it quiet. There's something very important that happened that was classified. This is a home or a residence that's in a remote location. This could also be talking about how they're going to block the house here. A woman for the elections exposing a child. Changing the house during the elections here. Something important around the elections. Blocking or an obstacle with the child here. Blocking something that has to do with health, a woman that has knowledge, or a woman that has something that is classified, and exposing the health, making the health successful. So it looks like a strategy on how to block Pelosi or whoever this woman is from being successful. Classified information, something important that they were talking about for the elections and how they're going to work around whoever this child is to expose. If this is not in reference to an actual physical child, it could be new success or the early stages of their success. Okay? So that's what I'm getting on that one. All righty. Somebody wanted to know, is Steve Bannon working behind the scenes to help Manco get reelected in the next election? He looks like the Walking Dead. I can't with that guy.
He looks like just a severe alcoholic to me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his energy just reeks of alcoholic.
Ugh.
It's like, why would you want a drunk's opinion on anything?
Not just any drunk, a white supremacist too.
I get Page of Cups and the High Priestess. So he is firmly entrenched in this still. People, when Trump first got elected, would say, oh, Trump's not the president, Bannon is. Well, he's still entrenched in this. Right now, there is a supporter. This might be a Mercer thing. He is trying to get big money back on board to say the next 4 years won't be like the first, because you know how sort of like Obama, to where he had to be cautious on the first 4 years because he needs to be reelected, and then once he gets reelected for the next 4 years, he can do whatever. Sort of that type of thing, but not that that's what he did, but that type of energy. But this is him trying to get big money back on board for Donald Trump. But yes, he is still working. I get the 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, he's still working for him.
Yeah, I get comes charging in to save the day, trying to change the fortune of the election, helping them make plans. Because they're losing right now, they're behind in the polls, trying to secure the election. And then my yes card, yes, he is still working, bringing his own power into it. He works out a lot of details. He gets the fundraiser guys support, and he'll be there till the end of the cycle, till the end of the election.
I'm not getting a yes or no on mine. I got the lilies, the letter, the tree. This could be talking about someone that is a purist, a lily white person that's sending out messages to deeply root his ideology, for it to take root. This could be, so his white supremacy, letting that take root. He may be writing papers. He may be publishing stuff, newspapers, magazines, something like that. Also, quite possibly penning letters to a conservative man here for someone to be deeply rooted. So this could be more like perhaps your judges here, senators here. So I'm not really getting Trump. I'm getting more like the perimeters of Trump, the GOP, judges, stuff like that. So
So he probably likes Stephen Miller.
Oh yeah.
How does Trump show up in the Lenormand for you?
Depends on what's around it. I can't always say, oh, the bear is Trump. It depends on what's around for me to be able to figure it out. If I ask about him directly, he may present as the man because I'm asking about him. So what did you pull the Norman?
No, I just wanted to know.
Oh, okay. So this next one's going to be a 3-part. Someone wanted to know what will be the fate of Mike Flynn, Roger Stone, and Paul Manafort. So I'm going to do each one individually.
Okay. Mike Flynn's going to get drawn out this year, drawn and quartered.
Now, who are the 3 people again?
We're going to look at Mike Flynn, Roger Stone, and Paul Manafort.
Oh,
After they've done drawn and quartered him, then if he's still alive, tar and feather him too while you're at it.
Mike Flynn's going to get bullied right back for his betrayal to our country because that's treason. Yeah, he's out in the cold. He's going to be given some time. The court's going to move forward with him, but as we said earlier, it's gonna be at a snail's pace till they conclude it. So Flynn, he's going to serve time in jail, big time, and he's going to have additional charges. You see Roger Stone.
Okay, so for Mike Flynn, I got the woman, the ship, the man. So he's presenting here as the man. The clover, the bear. There's a foreign woman, him, and then him looking for financial gain, financial windfall, moneyed opportunity, or an opportunity with someone that is an executive, a boss, a CEO of some sort. This could be like your William Barr, large, heavy-set person. So he's looking to get lucky there. So let's see here. What'd you get, Johnny? Johnny?
I'm going to do all 3 at the same time.
Oh, you're going to do all 3 at the same time.
But nobody's got good cards. I don't get no 10 of cups in here nowhere. Who I start with? Flynn. Flynn has got the chariot, the first card. So this is going to be a long drug out process. But the long drawn out process is also going with the new horizon again with the 8 of cups and the 2 of cups. So he's going to have a very hard time, 7 of Pentacles and the Tower, with paying for the things he needs to pay for, because there's going to be something that it's stretched out over a very long time, possibly 8 whole months with that 8 of Cups. With who's next? Roger Stone. Roger Stone starts with the 10 of Swords, which is doom and destruction, but it's like an ending to something. And then I have Judgment and 5 of Wands. There's also a bickering and a fighting, and it's a resurrection of something. So this is something that may have happened in the past when it comes to contention and possibly even violence is going to come back, defending himself against weapons here. I have Paul Manafort. First card he gets is the Devil. And then the Lovers, naturally, because that's who he loves. And then I get the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. He's about to lose a whole lot of money, and he's possibly going to get sick with something. I don't know exactly what, but not like COVID, but he's going to get ill, possibly an organ thing. So those are my 3.
Yeah, so I get with Stone, like he's lied about something. There's an abundance of information that we're going to see on him in relationship to Trump and working with others on dark money. I've got my bribery quid pro quo money laundering card on the bottom. So we're going to hear about something else he did. He's going to get drugged back into court because he's going to get a lot of attention on this. There's going to be a new action taken on him over something that he did in secret with a foreign leader. He's gonna end up back in court again. So it's not over for Roger Stone. I'll see on Manafort. With Manafort, my guides told me over a year ago he would die in jail. Now he's out right now, walked out very robustly, not in a wheelchair or anything, but his New York case still hasn't gone to trial. So,
And mind you, him dying in jail was plausible until COVID changed everything. But he's still good.
He's so good because after COVID, he'll get sent back.
Done.
He's not done in the New York cases. In New York, they'll probably take more of his properties away from him. The feds already took some, but New York will probably take the rest of them.
For Roger Stone, I got the mice, the tower, the ring, the garden, and the moon. So it looks like he's quite nervous about having to go to court because something's going to come up about somewhere that he had a membership to, some sort of organization that he was a member to. Also, quite possibly a commitment with a large group of people. These two here would be like your public office. So if this is in regards to a trial, this could be grand jury. So he's got that. Paul Manafort, I got, let me see here. The clover, the coffin, the lilies, the storks, and the mountain. So his luck is going to run out. He's lucky temporarily. This is only, it's fleeting. It's going to be a few months, quite possibly until the winter when he has to return. He has to return quite possibly around the winter time here, and then he gets blocked again. So he's out of luck, that one. So
yeah, I get he's quite anxious. He may have some heart issues going on, but they're gonna, New York's gonna charge in, take him into court again. He's gonna be fighting over money, his family legacy. That's all gonna be put to an end. So he's gonna lose more. His money is like just draining.
Let's see here. Will 45's taxes come out before the November elections?
Sorry, what was that? I froze up for a second.
Oh, sorry. Will 45's taxes come out before the November 2020 election?
I get 8 of swords, it's stuck, and the moon, it's hidden, and 5 of swords, there's the bully pulpit. So I get no.
I think, who is it, New York, that's trying to get his taxes? I think they'll get them, they'll secure them, but I don't think we'll see it. So we won't hear what's in them before the election, the public, because they're charging in with an action. Trump, is destitute, doesn't have as much money as he claims to have. That's going to come out. It's going to show who he collaborated with, where his money came from, and then there's going to be new actions after the election. But they'll stay hidden to us. We won't see them.
I got the lilies, the child, the letter. These are all neutral cards. You're going to have to wait. This is going to be months. And then there's a new report or a new letter that comes out from quite possibly a judge. This is winter here, or months and months and months. This is 1 year minimum with the child. This one doesn't really have a time. It's like the 27th or so. So you're going to have to wait months. So it doesn't look like, I don't know.
I said this, I don't think even if it comes out, it's going to matter. His base doesn't care where his money came from. Nope. And one of them told me that because I live here in Trump country, that all Democrats care about is his taxes, taxes, taxes. We need this wall. That's going to make us feel safe. Okay. They don't care.
They don't care.
We care, but we can't get them out. He'd have been out if we could get him out.
Trump could take some of his unemployed base that he has right now because they're all laid off. Take them down there and build this damn wall.
It's a
Put
good
them
one,
back
Jenny.
to work and help unemployment.
That's a good one. But you know what? All those lily white people will say that they're above doing that.
But that money doesn't actually make it into building a wall. It's all pilfered off, before it gets there to buying the materials and building the wall.
Oh, these people.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Let's see. Mick Mulvaney. What's he been up to?
Let's see. I can't read on him. I'll try it though.
I don't know why, but I've
Got
got
the nasty cards, Johnny.
that Roy Orbison song running through my head, crying over you.
He just, I don't know. He has weaselly energy and it swarms away from me. I have no idea.
He's about to get a new job in the Republican Party.
That's what I get to.
He's working together, because he's out right now. He's separated from any job, and he's gone, heartbreak. Something that he's talked to them or worked with them before on the past. Isn't he a member of not the Federalist Society? What's the other one? I always forget. The Tea Party guys.
The Freedom Caucus.
The Freedom Caucus. He's working with those guys. He's got a new job coming in the Republican Party. He's just waiting on it, and he's a little bit anxious about it. So for whatever reason, but good news, he's going to get it. He gets to go back to work with the devil.
Well, is he still in the administration? They just transferred him to a different department?
He's supposed to be going to Ireland or something like that.
The devil's always there.
Oh, Mulvaney.
He's everywhere.
I'm getting that he's currently blocked and delayed here. He's facing an obstacle right now. I can't see ahead. The line ends with him here. So there's something that he loves, that he's really wanting to do, that he very much desires for his success, but he's blocked here. And then there's something, a choice or a decision to separate, be transferred somewhere else. And here is something conservative overseas. Whatever he's working on is going to take a while, but he's blocked. As far as I can see, he's blocked from getting to stuff. So I don't know why they would block him. I don't know. These people.
A lot of anxiety going around. I keep getting this on the bottom.
When you live a lie, you live in constant fear of being exposed.
Yeah.
So they can't help that. It's going, and I'm glad they're anxious. They should be.
When you're corrupt, you're constantly worried about being exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Will Micah Cohen be released later this month? That's the other one.
I don't care if he gets out of jail early or not. I just want his book to come out before the elections.
He said he's going through with it.
Yeah, the Betty Boots Factory book.
Now, it ends in yes for me, but I actually don't believe it. because they have a personal vendetta against him.
Get that anxiety card on the bottom again.
Let me pull some more here.
I said yes too, but I don't see how, because I'm seeing loyalty comes to an end, and it's something that he really desires. This could also be a friend, a partner, an advisor that may be seriously ill or gets tickets to the park, and it's something that's very much desired or that somebody would love. But this is a positive here. It's saying yes, but this could just be in reference to a black box, you know?
Maybe his influence gets out.
Yeah, because I get he's blocked right now. Yeah, so he's going to stay isolated in prison. But I get something surprising happens in communication. So I do think he's charging forward with his book, putting his thoughts down, something he's been working on for a while. Like he's already got a contract on it. And I do think America will see that book probably before we see him on air talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And, you know, it could just mean that he's really depressed, you know, but.
Who went to see him? Was it Elizabeth Warren? Who went to see him?
The comedian, what's her name?
Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell went to see him.
Boy, I can't wait for that Petty Boots book, man. Tell you what.
They became pen pals, and then she went to see him because he was very remorseful.
Mm.
You know what? And that I can accept.
Yeah.
That, you know, I can accept that. So did we read on Mango firing the IG that was inspecting Pompeo and his wife?
Do we want to know why he did it, or like what do we want to know? Because I'm pretty sure we can know why he did it.
Yeah.
It protects Pompeo.
Yeah. Want to see what will happen?
Like what comes out of this?
Yeah.
So I asked, what does this mean? You know, what's going to come out of this for Trump and what's going to come out of it for Pompeo? For Pompeo, I get there's going to be another investigation planned. So it's not over yet, and there could be some legal repercussions for him. So he doesn't need to get too smug yet. For Trump, I'm like, you know, he's stuck. He's going to be very emotional until he's out in the cold. So we're just going to deal with all his sissy fits until he's gone. But I think Pompeo ends up with another investigation, whether it's from the House or somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. My first card is 3 of Pentacles and the Star. So there's your hope and future. And then there's your collaboration. But it's crossed by the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is petty bickering, arguing, and fighting. But this is also with the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. That thing they wanted so badly, their wishes fulfilled, their desires, is blocked. Just because you got rid of him does not mean that the information he was going to find disappears. Somebody else can still find it, and not only somebody else can still find it, but somebody else is wanting to look for it, with Nancy Pelosi being here and the 2 of Wands. She's going to be very prominent in The Queen of Wands is not always her, but this is her, because this is definitely something that you're trying to change within the law. Here's the Death card and then the Queen of Swords. So you trying to make these major changes is going to be a very big deal. And you basically not breaking the law, but doing something this grotesque in public in plain view is bound to catch someone's attention. The fear, Five of Swords. So you fear that someone will have the advantage over you. And your word of warning is the Knight of Cups. Do not celebrate just yet. This is a facade. This oasis in the desert is just heat waves coming off the ground. So it ends in Four Cups and Four Wands. This is actually just the beginning of their trouble, and they created it naturally. So there's going to be more. There's going to be an investigation, and Nancy's going to be the fly in your Chardonnay for the next 6 months or whatever it is to the election.
I'm getting that he's just going to say it's fake news and spread misinformation on the media here. He's going to be stuck. But this isn't just Pompeo. There's somebody here that is married as well. So I don't know if this is Pompeo and his wife, as well as other people, because here's a woman here with the Queen of Clubs being the snake. So I don't know if this was Pompeo and his wife that were doing something nefarious that involved financial or money contracts with institutions here, because this is a contract for money and business out of the government, contract for money and business out of corporations here, which was a violation of official law here. It's only going to come back. I don't know when. You might hear more about it on the media here, but it was like they were trying to secure a financial or a business contract. This woman and Pompeo. And that's a violation here.
Maybe it's Typhoid Mary and her husband.
No, it's closer to Pompeo. This woman here. She's right next to him. And there's this woman, this man, another man here. So it's like 3 people. And quite possibly 2 younger ones too. So maybe 5. It's like a circle of people. Violation of the law. So we'll see.
Whole ring of them.
There'll be a report that comes out of it too, with the stars and the letter. A whistleblower report of some sort about what Pompeo, quite possibly his wife or another woman that's, like real close to him, were doing. So I think we got like 10 minutes left. I had gotten a question. What's that, Jenny?
Thank you, SO.
Oh, thank you, SO. I'm going to sit this one out, because it's about me, but I had gotten a question on the community tab. If Miss Mademoiselle Marianne Adelaide Lenormand has visited me since I left France. I'm going to sit this one out. Thank you, Catherine.
Well, I told you on the phone one night that she was around you still. As a medium, I was picking up on her, but let's see what the cards say. If Artie will allow me to spread them. She's got a sense of humor.
Yeah, she does.
You're stuck with her. This is a legacy work. There's also a male with you that works with you, brings you to higher ground as you're reading. But Marie thinks she's a little bit of a celebrity now. So she moves forward with you. She communicates with you. Whether you realize it or not, she communicates with you all the time.
Oh,
It's a little bit of karma at play here. A little bit of destiny, like she planned on working with you. Yep, she's going to be with you for a while. Temperance. She's not going anywhere.
that's sweet.
I get since you visited her resting place, then yes, she has come to you before. I wouldn't say she's like your guide or anything because she doesn't read Lenormand.
No.
But when you decipher information, only put one card. When you decipher information, that's when you can sort of feel like, okay, something's happening here. That's when she's curious, basically, with the thing that's named after her. She wants to see too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do get now and then here with the 10 of Wands too. There's when work is being put in, then that's when she'll show up. But like I said, I don't think she's a guide or nothing because she doesn't read Lenormand. But yes, she has been there.
Oh. So we're down to 10 minutes. So Jenn had the funny question.
Did I? What's my funny question?
If Johnny's ever going to take us to the beach.
Oh, yeah. Is Johnie ever going to take us to the beach? I forgot. He keeps saying in all his videos he's going to take us for a walk to the beach. And then I watch, for an hour. Thank you, Suzanne. I watch a 2-hour or 4-hour live stream, and he never ends up at the beach. Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you, Susan.
Well, first off, it's because I'm going to the store. And so when I go to the store, that's the only place I go. You have to cross the street to get to the beach. And then when it's dark, you can't see. So I don't take you then. But I've only said it twice with this. I keep saying it. No, I don't. We'll get there one day. I don't like the beach. But one day. Discernment. Know when I'm serious and when I'm not. That's what this means. And then 10 of Cups. One day, we will get there. It may take 10 months or 10 years, but we will get there. If I don't move first. It's full of sand and tourists.
I've got, here you are standing there, the emissary for us. You're the emissary for us. So you're standing there, but this knight is not moving forward. He's standing there. He's stuck. Here was the offer you made. Like, yeah, I'll take y'all to the beach one day. And here's all the circle of support around you. Like, yay, let's go. Let's go. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting. So I don't know if you're waiting on something to change, like the weather, or if
My
you're
mood.
waiting on death. You're waiting on something, but there is going to be an opportunity that presents. It's in the ethers. So I do see a little journey, a little adventure down to the beach. It'll be quite nurturing for us, quite restful, and you might have a little different perspective about it when you're there. Might change your opinion of the beach a little bit.
That 7 of Pentacles, that's like Johnny standing on the street corner looking at it going, should I?
Should I?
Should I?
It's funny. What will take him to get there is us beating him up with the sword of truth, like you offered it. Us beating him up with the truth and bullying him.
Being persistent. I got the tree, the anchor, the house. These are all cards that are stuck. A tree is not going to get up and walk. An anchor is stuck. A house is stuck.
And the anchor ain't leaving the house until he feels like.
Yep. And then this right here is being persistent. Like reaching your goal, being persistent is going to take a long time here, long time here, long time here.
But I can't see you doing it in the summertime because it's so hot and humid down there. I'm like, oh gosh, you need to go. It's already hot, but it's going to get hotter,
Mm-hmm.
And
it has to be early in the morning, and that's when I go to sleep. So we're having a schedule conflict too.
So let's ask it this way, Becca.
Okay.
Will Johnie go to the beach first, or will Trump leave office first?
I'll ask it. Will Johnie go to the beach before Trump leaves office? I'll ask it that way. Will Johnie go to the beach before Trump leaves office? Watch you pull that Seven of Pentacles again.
What are you getting, Johnie?
Oh, it's interesting when you got that death card, because this Four of Swords actually depicts a gravestone, and there's a little sword sitting on it here, and the first sword I actually drew. So it's like once something ends, then I'll go out and celebrate. But yeah, I'll try before then, but who knows? I don't know.
Well, it's kind of funny. It's like it's a surprising opportunity when there's a loss. So, like, you go because Trump's out of office.
He's like, I'm partying.
Until then, we're just like fighting and bickering and can't get him to move. But we'll be victorious when when someone's out of office. There'll be an opportunity. He'll go to celebrate there.
Oh my goodness. So I'm getting the choice that he's making, or the decisions that he has that he's quite passionate about, are going to give him some problems here. So this is ending in a negative, so maybe not. Actually, if enough people push him, he might get pissed off and strike. So be careful.
Y'all are forewarned. Piss him off.
That was my father's MO, though. If you ask him again, then the answer is no.
Yep.
It's like, if you ask me again, the answer is no.
So,
but I need you to hurry up because I'm a little anxious right here.
And I think you had a funny question too, Johnie. I didn't write it down. Oh, the phone.
Well, I was just curious.
Uh-huh.
Donald Trump tweets 700 times a day. And then there's the joke about the poop tweeting, because he's up at 3 a.m. tweeting. What's in his phone? What kind of pictures are in his phone? Are they of himself? Are they of like the accidental pictures where you took a picture of your shoes in the floor? Like what kind of pictures are in his phone?
Are they of the grandkids? Are they of women?
Ivanka.
Are there no pictures because he doesn't know how to operate a camera on his phone? He only knows how to tweet.
What's in there?
What's in Donald Trump's
picture?
phone?
What pictures
are in Donald Trump's phone? What pictures are in Donald?
Memes of Obama.
First card I get is focus. Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness gracious.
What sort of pictures are in Trumpy's phone?
Oh, Lord.
What you getting, Jenn?
Oh, Lord.
I get food and Ivanka.
I know.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I get travel photos of
Things.
dubious interactions. Let me put it that way. He's a little unbalanced. Things that he keeps hidden that he doesn't want anyone else to see. And some of them, there's some bullying going on. Now, if you remember Stormy, like he got her to smack him with the magazine. So there's a little S&M going on, I think. Somebody gets hung up, like strung up, tied up. Yeah, I don't want to see that phone. What are you getting, Becca?
Oh, let Johnie go.
I get focused. So here's his phone, right? And then discernment and fruition. So this is food is what I got from this. So he likes platters. He likes things laid out, like when it looks like a lot of something. He likes that type of thing with the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. He likes a lot of choices for stuff that he shouldn't have. And then there's one person, and it's Ivanka. So food and his daughter. That's what's in his phone.
I'm getting all sorts of stuff here.
I'm not getting what I was getting.
Well, here he is. He's representing it as himself, the man. Central to the reading, there is something very important that is dangerous. Also something very important that has been cut. Okay, so back here, it's an old man, senile, who's quite fat, large, overweight, and he's looking to pretty himself up. So from here back, this is saying that he might have pictures of himself that are old, that have been photoshopped, where he's cut his hair or cut off some weight here. But they're old photos of himself this way, and trying to Photoshop perhaps so that he looks more like that. And then over here, he's keeping lies secret, false reports that he's keeping that are secret, and something here about a record of money, record of finances. He's got a picture here of a younger woman. And there's one here of another woman, dark-haired, dark-eyed, quite possibly, not for sure, could have an S in her name. This could be something simple like broken lipstick, or him getting a haircut. But it's mostly like there's this woman here, and him trimming himself up to look not so fat and prettier.
All right, we got to ask what's on Melania's phone.
Justin Trudeau. Oh no, I'm sorry, Johnny. That was Javanka yesterday. That was all up on Justin Trudeau.
Yes, she was.
Oh God.
She loves us from Justin.
I get like secondhand embarrassment, like watching her and Melania. I do. It's like, girl, he's out of your league. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Her house in Barron.
Yeah, the woman's secure in her garden alone.
I get the legacy. So here's it's not just the family, it's the family and stuff. So it's like legacy and people. Then 10 of Wands, something about maybe what she looks like in certain outfits when she thinks she looks fantastic. And then money, something about money, something like a car or some sort of possession. It's money and family. But it's not just, I don't get like everybody in the family, but the small group that they have.
Yeah, it's her. There's a lot of her living her luxurious lifestyle in the home. I get there's 2 people, so probably Baron. And then I get
that fell out when I was shuffling.
I feel like it's someone she's howling at the moon for. Like, you're not going to get him. Maybe she's got a picture of Justin Trudeau. It's somebody that's had a recent breakup.
Uh-huh. I know who it is. I'm getting the same thing.
Yeah.
Here's her child, her marriage, long-term, and then her hopes, wishes, and dreams. Career and reputation, the feelings of this child. There's text messages there. She's been text messaging with this person here who has had a broken relationship. That's a marriage that comes to an end, or a marriage that is broken. This person maybe just a little bit older than her, but not by much. And he's mysterious. He's in the shadows. This person is an executive for jewelry, right there.
Oh,
that's him.
She looks at him as her beloved.
Huh?
She looks at him as her beloved, like her
Yeah.
soulmate.
This person, he's an executive for jewelry, quite possibly. He's not well known. There's something around him that's just mysterious, covered up, cloudy. He could be into bodybuilding, but he's well respected. He's a person of good character, and he's well respected. And there's gossip around that too, or she's texting him, or, well, it looks like from here, it looks like the communication at one point may have been cut off, or the gossip may have been cut off. But
Yeah, I could do this all night. Wonder what's on Stephen Miller's phone.
what's on Melania's phone? What's on? Can we? I know we're over, but can we please look to see what's on Kushner's phone? That's
Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Stitch witchery patterns. Lord have mercy.
What's on Jared Kushner's phone? What is on Jared Kushner's phone? Man, now we getting just nosy.
Pictures up there.
Leon Scott said the latest Vogue fashion trends. I wouldn't be surprised.
I do get possessions though, and something he would be defensive about with the 7 of Wands. I'm not drawing the fact that there is a woman in a dress on it. I'm just saying he's something he would be defensive about, and it's possessions. So it's a lot of it in there too. Like, take a picture of your kid now and then, but it's something like planes and cars and stuff like that. New acquisitions
that he planned on buying, that he like shares the photos of new acquisitions. Some of the family. And then he's got some things with a little different perspective. Oh, Lord.
He's got 3 phones though.
Oh, Lord.
What?
I got the bullying and devil again. I'm done.
What is it, Jen?
Bullying and the devil. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. I'm getting sorry you guys, my computer fell over. There you go. Several of his siblings here. Because these 2 would be siblings, but they're separated by 2. These 2 mirror. It doesn't mirror over here. So perhaps pictures of several of his siblings, perhaps one of them that is predominantly working around money. I don't know if one of them is like a financial advisor with these right here. There's stuff there that he's obscuring in regards to securing moneyed gifts. Also, this is something that has to do with fashion. So, and it's also the Queen of Hearts. So this could be his wife. But this is also makeup, cosmetics, clothing, jewelry, fashion, anything to do with interior design, stuff like that that's used to beautify. Something here about securing elections or securing alternatives here, a financial friend or a friend that advises him on money. There's some conversations here that are clouded over. Also, several phones. Several here with the what is this? The crossroads and the birds. This is like alternatives to conversation. So he may have several phones, one for work, one for business, and then one for his wife here. But there's text messages, voicemails, text messages here that are clouded for his career. There's also something here about a resume right here, and something to do with health. I don't know. And I'm not about to go look at phone after phone. Tell me about his work phone. Tell me about his business phone. Because it's saying these 2 here are several. Wait, it's this way. I can't tell. Crossroads and birds. Several forms of communicating, several phones. So that's what I'm getting. That's a job for you, Johnie. Next time you go on a live stream, like, let's go through every single one of his posts. That'll be entertaining.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh. Well, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us tonight and all of the super chats. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Jenny and Johnie, for hanging out. It was fun.
Absolutely. Next week on Johnny's channel.
Next week on Johnny's channel. For those of you that didn't catch his live stream the other night, which I'm sure y'all did, Johnie just ordered some runes.
I did.
So I'm excited to see him work with those. So catch them. And you get those when, Johnie, on
Thursday they're supposed to be here.
So that'll be fun. Watch Johnie do some runes maybe. Yeah, that's all I got. Anybody else have anything before we sign off?
Always fun to read with you guys.
Super fun. Don't push Johnie because he's going to strike. He'll go to the beach when he wants to go to the beach.
One day. That's
One
all I
day.
can tell you.
All right, you guys. It was fun. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Bye-bye.